Hey YouTube, it's your boy Jimmy from J2K Cars. On today's video, we're just doing a recap and making sure everything is tightened up. As you can see, the car is still on jack stands. All four wheels are above the ground. The front of the bumper is currently suspended, splitter's off, so I need to reattach the splitter. I might have to take off this bumper to do so. I took the grill off last night to see if I could get some extra clearance, but it's not working. And then if we go inside, I did get a chance to install the short shifter. So we do have the red edition IRP short shifter. It sticks all the way up here and it's extremely short. I really like that a lot, actually. So we have all that to do, and then once that's done, we can then drop the car and get it running. It's a little dirty from all the grease and everything, but let's go ahead and see if we can get the splitter installed. Alright, so I got the bumper off, and basically what I'm doing now is I'm going to each one of these riv nuts and I'm smacking it so that way it stays kind of riveted to the bumper. Here, let me show you. Get you all set up. Alright. So now it's smushed in between the bumper and everything. So that is how we know we have a good, clean seal with these riv nuts. Oh, that's it, yeah. So yeah, I'm just smashing each one of these riv nuts down to the ground. And that's how I know that it's now going to stay with the bumper. So if we look at, this is the last riv nut to do. Gotta make sure it's all flush to the floor, and then we just smash it. And that is flush. I do have to trim a little bit of it. I think there's a section right here. I need to trim this area. And then I need to trim it on this side too, because it actually hits the splitter rod right there. And it hits a little bit right here. Splitter rod hits right here. So I cut that area. Alright, and now this side. Ow, that's hot. That's hot. Alright. Now it's time for me to fix it. There's this spot right here. It's not cooperating, so I need to lower the skid plate and probably move the bolts so that way it's a little bit closer. But yeah, let's do that. Keith, if you're watching this, never use an impact to tighten up those bolts underneath your car, like the heat shield and stuff. Those were way over torqued and I could not get the bolt right here removed, so I had to impact it out and move it to another section, and it was just way too over torqued. I managed to get the other rods in. This is in, so that needs to be tightened. I need to go on the other side and include the clip right there. So I need to move this clip right in here somewhere, and then we can get that tightened in the back. Alright, I am so close to finishing the front splitter finally, but we just need to put the bumper on and it should be good. I did cut out a few of the more holes, so there's a little bit more clearance now, so that should be good. Let's go ahead and get the bumper on. Alright, now what's left is the bottom pieces. So I basically have to stick this washer in between and bolt it up to the bumper itself. So I'm just gonna skip that part. Okay, so we're in the cabin bay and I just screwed on the IRP short shifter on the base right back down here. There's 4 screws and it was a little bit loose, so it's a little wobbly. So this is the new revised version that FT86 comes with. It has that little gasket. Oh shit. No. And it has those nylon washers to help sound detonate for the rattle. So we're just gonna install everything. Just gonna hand tighten it. Now my kit did not come with bolts, so I'm reusing the ones out of the car. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but I am reusing the bolts that came with the car. Where's the last nylon washer? Uh-oh. I lost my nylon washer. One moment, I have to go find it. 904. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten these down to motherfucking tight. Basically. It's on there and everything. Oh, it doesn't wiggle no more, so that's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And where's my reverse gear? Reverse. Okay. So now all that's left is to put back the center console. Yay! Alright, so in order to do that, what we need to do is put the center console back in, but I need to Dremel a small piece out of it because I haven't done that yet. So let's mock it up. Oh, buddy. Okay. So it looks like I need to cut right along this edge somewhere. Let me move the light over. Yeah. So it looks like I need to cut right along that edge. So just mark it with my nail. Alright, cool. Let's go Dremel. Alright, cool. So that's Dremeled out, and let's go ahead and see if we can install this bad boy. Getting plastic is not as fun as you think it is, getting flung at your face, but that's how much I cut right there. You can kind of see it. So basically you want to cut this whole entire notch out, and yeah, that basically does it. Now everything's all set, it's time to bolt everything in, and then I can probably finally put this thing on the ground. These are Phillips that go in here. And sorry about the light, I have a flashlight in my hand. Trying to get enough light for you guys. So the Phillips go right in there. I have no more shifter carrier, so the bolts right in here, they're deleted. I do need to plug in the seat warmers and the cigarette lighters. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so yeah, so from this view, you just need to get your Phillips, and you just need to tighten these back up right in here. You don't have to do it too tight because this is your trim piece. It's not necessarily like a moving part. So it's not recommended to tighten it too much, just enough so that way it's snug in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my push start area. So we need to get the wire out for that. So these are the push start wires right back in here. I think there's one more that I'm missing. No, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Those 2 wires for push start. It's mainly just those 2 clips right there that get plugged in. And then we need to get the USB and aux plugged in. All that stuff only goes in one way, so pretty easy, simple step right there. Dude, this shifter is massive. It's like covering up that dash trim. So this goes in, and then all you have to do next is just plop it right in, and it just clicks into place. Yep. And that's how you know it works. I don't have the battery in, so I can't turn on the car just yet. Now, since we got that done, we can now put on the shifter trim, like so. Plug in your traction control. So we plug in the traction control like so. It only goes in one way. And it clicks, and then you just settle this down in. And it clicks right in, and then you get your e-boot trim, put it over your e-brake like so. That clicks in. Yep, and that's how you know that's good. Now we're right here and we just need to screw in those 2 bolts and we're pretty much all done.